सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject for morning satsang is the science of consciousness. As you may be all aware, we are continuing on Siddha tradition series, sessions on states of consciousness. Today we will understand Jakrat Sushupti. Yesterday we understood Jakrat Swapna, means wakeful dreaming. Today, wakeful sleeping. Jakrat Sushupti. I will read out the translation. What Siddhas describe as Jakrat Sushupti, then we will understand more deeper. விஷயங்களில் மனதை நிலைநிறுத்தாது முற்றிலும் வேறு பக்கம் அலைய விடுவதால் விஷயங்கள் முற்றிலும் மறந்து போய்விடும் நிலை. I am reading exact Tamil word. I will read the translation. Even the Akkamma Devi sings about this state in a very beautiful way. As I said, that whole Kaveri civilization produced enormous number of Siddhas like Basavanna, Akkamma Devi in Karnataka, and many from Andhra, many from Tamil Nadu, many from Kerala. So whole Kaveri civilization is source of Siddha Purushas. Kaveri herself is a Siddha because she is daughter of Agastya. So she herself is a Siddha. Her water just creates continuously Siddha medicines. Her breeze radiates Siddha energy. Jakrat Sushupti, wakeful sleeping, or I can say sleepful waking. State of complete memory loss of information due to total lack of awareness and concentration. We think, oh, it is an extraordinary disorder. It never happens to us at least. No. Whenever I ask you, do you remember I gave you this instruction 10 days before? If you say, no, you never gave, understand, you are in that state. If you say, I don't remember, you are in Jakrat Swapna. If you say, I never gave, you are in Jakrat Sushupti. This is another one great danger human consciousness faces. Chronic fatigue. A deep sleep state penetrating your waking, dreaming, all the other states and disturbing it. It's almost like a seepage happening in a huge dam. Please understand, in a dam, seepage is the danger. In all big dams you will see a little bit of water will always be seeping out. Slowly, very little. There is a quantity restriction. If that seepage grows, increases beyond particular level, then all the maintenance people will be shaken. Immediately they will start releasing the water. Because the seepage gives us the warning the dam is overloaded. It may break any moment. Same way, Seepage of deep sleep state into waking state and dream state is a warning given to you. Any moment your mind can break. You are in danger. In the dams they will rise the flood flags, the emergency flags. They have some 5 levels. Yellow, red, like that. Understand? If the dreaming state is penetrating your waking state, I can say the 3rd level danger. If the deep sleep state is penetrating your waking state, I can say it is 4th level danger. Then you may think, what is the 5th level danger? It's coming. You are not yet in 5th level danger. But the deep sleep state penetrating wakeful state is really danger. Means the seepage level is going up. You need to release water. You need to release the excess water from the dam. You need to protect the dam. Means you need to release all the unnecessary engram and biomemory from the system and protect what you call as you. No other way. You cannot afford continue to be in ignorance, continue to be in the same state of Jakrat Sushupti, waking, sleeping. It's dangerous. Technique to break this deep sleep state penetrating into the waking state is sleep in the daytime. You may be thinking, oh God, is it from Swamiji or am I in waking deep sleep state? No, it is from me. It is from me. For few days, maybe 21 days, because that's one cycle of time, you can break any habit and create any habit. Understand? For 21 days, noon, Uchi Sandhya, we call it. When the sun is the peak, that the day and night, so I can say that morning or afternoon or the evening, both joins. That is a time Uchi Sandhya. Can say around 12 to 2. The 2 hours, if you rest your body, even if you don't fall asleep, make the habit of resting your body and wake up early morning. 5 to 8 don't sleep. Means that during the sunrise time. Early morning 5, jump out of bed. And noon, put your body to rest for 2 hours. This will break the habit of the problem of wakeful sleeping. If you have that problem, this is the solution. If you don't have, don't try to sleep. It is given as a medicine. Don't take the medicine when you don't have the problem. If you have the problem of wakeful sleeping, the Uchi Sandhya. See, in a day, there are 4 Sandhyas. Morning Sandhya is when the sun rises, the night and day meets. Uchi Sandhya is when the day and evening meets. Evening Sandhya, when the evening and night meets. Ardhajama Sandhya, midnight, when the early night and late night meets. These are the 4 Sandhyas. Avoid sleeping in the morning sandhya, 5 to 8. Rest your body in noon sandhya, 12 to 2. You will see this deep sleep state overlapping on the wakeful state will be broken. That lifestyle, that mental setup will be broken. And again, one more process, physically sweating, doing something which makes you sweat, especially in the morning when you wake up 5 to 8, doing something which makes you sweat. It's a very powerful thing. Doing something which makes you sweat means that instead of being in dreaming, sleeping state or sleeping, dreaming state in the 5 to 8 or deep sleep state, you will be in the wakeful state, wakeful waking, Jakrat state. When you do some yoga, physical exercise, weightlifting, jogging, running, any physical activity, the beam, the prana beam, the vasi, the air beam which goes inside your nostrils and comes out will become 100%. The maximum capacity. It means you are in Jakrat, wakeful waking state. Tomorrow I will give you a clear table. How the states overlap on each other. How we can understand, how we can go beyond. These states and reach the pure consciousness. Understanding on these states is a very powerful knowledge which can transform your whole life. Let us enter into the next state. Today I will describe at least 2-3 states. Next is Jakrat Turiya, waking meditative state. I will call Turiya as meditative, just for the sake of utility, but it is not exactly meditative. No other word, all right, better we can use the word fourth state. Wakeful fourth state. The Siddhas describe this as a Vishayangalai ஆழ்ந்து சிந்திக்கும் நிலை, deep state of thinking. Understand? That's what exactly Siddhas are saying. Wakeful fourth state has to be constantly encouraged and entertained, and you should be entrained for enlightenment. I described now 4 states: wakeful, wakeful dreaming, wakeful sleep, wakeful fourth. The first wakeful should be your lifestyle. The last wakeful fourth state should be practiced more and more. The between 2 states should be avoided. First and last should be encouraged. Between these 2 should be avoided. Thinking in a deep way, deep thinking. In Vedantic tradition, we call this as manana. It's like a channeled water in one direction, thinking deeply. I have always seen with all the great masters, all their mediums have a tremendous concentrated thinking, because only then you can be a medium. Otherwise, body will not settle down with that energy. To be Divya Sariri, I'll use the word Divya Sariri. Medium word is too loaded and abused, and lot of misunderstanding happened with that word. Divya Sariri. If you want to become Divya Sariri of the master, means the Sarubhya Mukti. Understand? That's what I call Divya Sariri. Sarubhya Mukti. Two things basically need to be done. One, strong nervous system. By yoga and intense physical exercise. Ability to do something which normal man's body can't do in some one line. Either extraordinary swimming or extraordinary weightlifting or extraordinary power to push, power to lift, something in one line. Physical extraordinary expression. This is the first thing. Second, intense thinking, that Jagrat Turiya, wakeful fourth state. Sometimes, unfortunately, if you have that, you don't have this. If you have this, you don't have that. Then you can't be a strong Divya Sariri. Vivekananda says, if a tribal man is ready to take my brain and ready to give his body, I'll exchange it happily. Then understand how much you would have suffered without having a strong body. Even though comparatively had a strong body, the body was not able to withstand the hard work, the extraordinary work he had to do. I tell you, fortunately my body withstood in a very strong way the extraordinary work it has to do. But the pressure got transmitted to the cosmic body, because I was constantly in that samadhi and working. The whole load got transmitted to the cosmic body. The tremendous ability to think in one line, in a concentrated way, is wakeful fourth state. Fourth state, penetrating into the waking state, should be encouraged, entrained and entertained. This should be a practice. This place is created for people who are in higher state, who are working intensely towards higher state. No compromising. No question of compromising. This is nursery for new man. Greenhouse for consciousness. That is why here I take away all your other sufferings. You don't need to think about food, clothes, place to stay, water. You don't need to bother about raising praise in the world or the raising telephone bill, raising internet bill. Everything is raising in the society. You don't need to bother about cost of living. But you need to bother about wakeful fourth state. If you are not having the wakeful fourth state, you need to intensely work on it. The way to develop the wakeful fourth state is only practicing, thinking, grinding all the great ideas in your brain and expressing it in a unique, innovative way. You should sit in front of a mirror and talk to the mirror. There was a great Siddha Purusha, Shivananda Paramahamsa, in Kerala. His disciple is my Acharya in the tradition of the Mantra Shastras and Yantra Shastras. If you have seen in the YouTube, you will see a video of me drawing a yantra of Subramanya for Skanda Sashti. I myself drew the yantra of Subramanya in Vibhuti. I learnt the science of Yantra Shastra and Mantra Shastra from a person, Narayana Swami. He is disciple of Shivananda Paramahamsa. One of the great technique used in his tradition, in his monastery, is sitting in front of mirror and talking. It's used as a spiritual technique. I used to wonder, how can that be helpful for enlightenment? Only when I studied this conscious state and scanned methods and techniques for this, I realized. Sit in front of mirror and cohesively, logically, intensely talk about one subject at least 1 hour to the mirror. Every day try this as a practice. Then you will understand the wakeful fourth state will immediately start expressing in you. Your internal thinking will become deep, clear, strong. But only one condition: whatever you talk to the mirror, you should be very clear, it should be logical and very cohesive and very in a continuous way. You should think the mirror is your master. You should talk things which is understood, which is accepted by your master's logic. Sit in front of mirror and talk, visualizing. Master is sitting in front of you. You need to match your master's logic. Only then the Jagrat fourth state will start expressing in you. So today, understand these two states: waking deep sleep and waking fourth state. Waking deep sleep should be avoided. Waking fourth state should be encouraged. If you have taken up some work in the society or in the Sangha, think deeply, strategically, analyze, intensely drill yourself into that. It is a spiritual practice of creating wakeful fourth state. I bless you all to experience that, and I bless you all to achieve, experience, live, express and radiate the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you.